What's up, everybody? My name is Gabriel, and welcome to The Sauce and the Juice. Very recently, somebody just asked me, they've seen a couple of my reactions with Andrew Tate. They see everything that Andrew Tate has created in his life. And these individuals happen to know about my past life. They know individuals that can validate what I've done in my past life and how I lived my past life. And this guy asked me, he said, how is it that you guys are creating the ability to have a life that looks like the movies, that sounds like the movies? Because if you think about their life, that's exactly what it is. They're living their life in a movie, and my life was much the same. Now, it doesn't mean that every single moment is like that. It just means that the overall feeling and the overall experience seems to have that kind of feeling. Man, this is gonna sound very cliche. This is gonna sound cheesy probably. But the truth is, man, you just have to believe in yourself. If there's ever been a moment, there's ever been a time where you felt like you were meant for something more, if you ever felt like life was just bigger than whatever you're experiencing, if you've ever felt that there was just something out there and it's like calling to you, that there is just more to life, you were meant for more, you were meant for greater and better things. The truth is, you're right. You are. You are not meant. No matter what anybody tells you, no matter whatever is going on in the world, you are not meant to just work a job until you die. You are not fucking meant for that. You're gonna have to find your path. You're gonna have to find your people. But when you find your path and when you find your people, man, it's gonna be this thing that sings to you. It's gonna make your life feel like it's in a movie. It's gonna make your life feel as if it's just this grand and extraordinary thing. You will constantly think to yourself, because I used to say it out loud all the time, man, we live in a wonderful time. I used to say that all the fucking time, man, we live in a wonderful time. And I felt that way because I felt like I was living on the edge of everything that was happening, and I was one of the first people that everything was happening to. And it was because I was out there. It was because I was living life on my terms. Now, whatever you believe about Andrew Tate doesn't matter. I can tell you right now that I was a villain. I am the villain of my story. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I can tell you the truth. And I was able to do that by being a bad guy. Imagine what you're capable of if you also add to it the ability to be a good human being along the pathway. Everything that I've experienced, everything that I'm gonna accomplish, and everything that I have accomplished, everything that I have my mind set upon, it's not anything that's outside of what you can accomplish as well. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of you are gonna fail. Most of you are not gonna fucking do this. That is just a plain and simple truth. And it's unfortunate because you're gonna go down several paths, and those paths are gonna end up being the wrong ones. You're gonna be amongst the wrong people multiple times. And at some point, you're gonna fucking give up, and you're just gonna fucking sit down, and you're just gonna live out the rest of your life. And you can have an amazingly good life that way. I'm not saying that you can't. You can have a really good life. There are people that live really good lives like that. There's a person that I had an interaction with recently that he was a firefighter and, was able to support his family, put his children through school and a number of other things. And he did it by being a fireman and being a hard-working man. And he was proud of what he's done. But this man also, he's trained to run into the face of danger and to be helpful to his community, not just his family, but to his community and to the world at large. So of course, there's a greater sense of satisfaction in a job like that. Now, you can live a wonderful life like that. You can sit down and you can work a 9 to 5 and you can have a good life. You can really have a good life. You can have a beautiful life. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that you can, because I know that you can. But for the rest of you, that doesn't speak to you. For those of you that feel like there is something more to this world, for those of you that feel like there is something deep inside of you that's like screaming to be let loose on the world, that there's something about you, that there's something about this life, that there's something calling to you. Man, that feeling is correct, that feeling is real, and that feeling is true. But you have to go out and fucking make it happen. And that's where most of you are gonna fucking fail. You have to go find it. You have to find your path, you have to find your people, you have to find your thing. You have to attack it with every single fucking thing you have. Every ounce of energy that you have has to go into making it happen. And you will live the life of your dreams. I know this to be a fact because I've done it a couple of times now. And I did it in the wrong way. And so those things had to be taken from me. And I'm now currently rebuilding in a way that nobody can take this from me. I'm not going to create the same mistakes that I created with my past. But I'm telling you right now, if at any moment in time you ever felt like something great was calling to you, like something great lived inside of you, that feeling is real. That feeling is true. That feeling is honest. But if you don't go out there and make it happen, if you don't chase it down, if you don't wrestle it into submission, it'll never happen. You want to live life like the movies? You want to live life out on the edge where everything is happening to you first and all the good things seem to just be falling in your fucking lap? You got to go out there and make it happen. I wish you all the best of luck. I really do. I hope that you're able to accomplish this. I hope you're able to make it happen. For those of you that make it to the other side, congratulations. For those of you that don't, I'm sorry it didn't work out for you. But I'm telling you right now, you can have everything you've ever wanted, plus the things that you never knew you wanted, if you go make it happen. Good luck.
Like that. Oh, the right hand! I doubt if he'll be able to get up from this. He hit a flush on the jaw with the right hand. It's up to 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. It's all over.
Is it 6 of 9 as Tyson comes out with a strong right hand barrage again?
This is as bad as I've ever seen Donnie Long look, but give Tyson credit. That's it. Wow.
The left hand puts him down. He collapses, and this one is over as the doctors rush into the ring.
I never wanted to be obscure. I was born in obscurity, and I never wanted to deal with that again. I never wanted to be that. I was born with great perception. If it came from my street life, from being locked up for stealing and facing unbelievable odds as a young kid, I had great perception. I just knew it was a matter of time, but I knew my time would soon come. I knew I would obtain my goal before it existed. I knew that. I knew I would be champ of the world before I died. I knew I wasn't going to die before I became champ.
Today, what I'm going to talk about is a lot of different people are constantly presenting me with these ideas and these game plans and these thought processes of what they're going to apply in their life tomorrow, next week, next month, in 2 years, 5 years, all of this shit. Now, I'm not about to say that you should not have midterm and long-term goals. You absolutely should. You're not going to get anywhere in life, and you're not going to build an empire without mid and long-term goals. But what I am going to say is nobody has guaranteed that you're going to arrive at that later date to take care of those fucking things. So guys will fucking tell me, they're going to be like, oh, well, I'll talk to that girl tomorrow. Says who? Who guaranteed you until tomorrow? Who gave you the guarantee that you're going to wake up tomorrow and that you're going to see that woman again? No one gave you that fucking guarantee. Not only that, there are men like me who will not hesitate when they see a beautiful woman to walk up to her and be like, hey, how are you doing? My name is Gabriel. What is yours? There is no fucking guarantee that you have tomorrow, nor that you're going to have the same opportunity that you have in this moment at a later date. There's no fucking guarantee of that, yet everybody is consistently acting like they do. Now, it is real fucking simple. I'm going to break it down to you real fucking simple. Right now, nobody knows who you are and nobody knows your fucking name. And if you're gonna pretend to be one of those Sigmas that like, just like I like it, bullshit. I know real Sigmas, and if you say that, you're not one. What I will say though is it's gonna break down to a very simple ideological process. Do you wanna be forgotten? Do you wanna be remembered? Or do you wanna live forever? You do not have the amount of time that you feel like you think you have in this lifetime. I don't even give a fuck if you get the whole thing. You're gonna get something to the effect of 75 years. That's 75 summers. 75. That is not very fucking long. No matter how much time you think you have, you do not have as much as you feel like you think you have. That's number one. Number two, there is no guarantee that you're gonna be here for that time, that you're gonna arrive at that later date. And even if you do, there is no guarantee that you're gonna have the same opportunity that you have today. And there's definitely no guarantee that if you don't get to work, that you're not gonna fucking have the opportunity that you want by the time that comes. No one knows who you are and no one knows your name unless you get to fucking work. That's how people are gonna find out who you are. You wanna make an impact on this planet? I'm all for it. Build an empire. Because the only way to really have an impact on this life, as a general rule, is to have influence, and wealth and influence usually go hand in hand. You want to make an impact, build an empire to make the impact that you're looking for. You have to learn to live with a sense of urgency. You have to have immediacy. You have to recognize that you are falling behind. You started behind and you are falling further behind. Every single day that you have that you don't take care of shit, you have fallen further behind. Somebody else wants exactly what you want. Somebody else is working towards everything that you want. They want all of the things that you want, and for every single fucking day that you don't take care of shit, you are one more day behind, and they are gonna pass you by. You have to learn to love the dirt, the grime, the grit, the pain, the strain, all of it. You have to learn to love the process. If you don't learn to love the process, the people that learn to love it, the people that want it, the people that crave it are gonna outwork you every single time. I don't give a fuck what you're looking for in this world. I love the way Jay-Z said it, man. On his album, In My Lifetime. And in his lifetime, he made himself into a billionaire and married one of the most desirable women on the fucking planet. This dude came from nothing, and he's not even a great looking guy. But he fucking did it. In his lifetime, he said he was gonna do it, and he fucking did it. Steve Jobs built the first $1 trillion company, and had he not been cut short by cancer, it would have been inside a normal lifetime. But that's what I'm talking about. There's no fucking guarantee that you're gonna arrive at this later date. Do you wanna be remembered? Do you wanna be forgotten? Or do you wanna live forever? Those are the basic premises of what you're looking for. If none of this applies to you, fine, perfect. Go live a life of obscurity. But for those of us that truly come from obscurity, those that truly come from nowhere and nothing, that life you never wanna return to that. You never wanna stay there. If you truly come from that, that's what you're fighting against. Everything about you is fighting against staying in that. You want to be known. You want to be remembered. Before this is over, everyone will know my name. Now, I need every single one of you to listen to me and to listen to me right now. Humble season is over.
You have to be the champion before you become the champion, so that means lifestyle. Have to be in before you become one.
If you plan on being one of the best or the best at any industry in this world, I don't care what it is, you cannot afford to tiptoe through this life. You absolutely cannot afford to do that. You must move in a way that signifies absolute confidence to the point of seeming superior and arrogant. You must move that way. Now, when someone compliments you, when someone talks to you, when someone speaks to you, absolutely 100%, be humble, be kind, and be polite back. Somebody's like, oh man, you had a really good lift. Thank you. I appreciate you noticing my hard work. I also noticed that you've been coming along. Your lifts are doing really well. Your work is paying off. Thank you very much and for the kind support, and have a good day. But the moment you start moving through this world again, your head is high and your chest is out. You move through this world as if it will bend to your fucking will. You move through this world like an arrogant and conceited bastard. 100% that every single person that lays eyes upon you knows that you feel that this world is yours and yours alone.
Well, greatness is when you make your delusions your reality. Nothing's impossible for somebody who's gonna try. If you're gonna try, it's capable of being done. Well, whatever goal I set to establish is gonna be delusional. And in order for me to accomplish that goal, I have to become that character and believe that I'm that character, and that character is gonna exist, and I'm gonna be that character, and that's how that really happens.
You must move through the world that way. If you want to become an elite human being, you must believe yourself to be elite. No one becomes elite by accident. That does not fucking happen. And the door to becoming elite does not unlock for anyone at any time under any circumstance. Now, some people would argue that the key to unlocking that door is to believe and know that you belong there. Bull fucking shit. That door does not open for anyone at any time under any circumstance. The only way you get through that door is to break that motherfucker down to get at every single one that's in that room.
I can't even honestly sit here and tell you a weakness I have, because in my mind I have no weaknesses. And perhaps that's delusion. Perhaps that's Perhaps it's delusion.
Yeah,
but
a useful delusion is what you're saying.
It's brutally useful.
Yeah.
We're talking about the fact that I can name so many scenarios in my life where I was supposed to fail, and I did not fail. It's brutally realistic, it's brutally logical, it's built on competence, it's built on real world accolade and achievement. Everything I've ever wanted, I have achieved, and I have gotten. I have never failed at anything I've ever wanted, ever. So how am I going to wake up and say, oh, I've got this weakness, that weakness, when I have a 100% success rate? 100%. There's never a girl I wanted I didn't get. There's never a car I wanted I didn't drive. There's never a scenario where I said, I want to get through this, I didn't get through it. I've never failed.
You do not become one of the elite to become one of the elite. You become one of the elite because you're going after the throat of the motherfucker on the throne. You have to believe in yourself and to a degree that others think is fucking reasonable. Ilya, my partner on this channel, a very good fucking example. When I met him, he was listening to everyone else. He was just like everyone else in the fucking gym. Oh, this is impossible. You can't do that, and you're not going to be able to do this. As soon as he stopped listening to them and he started listening to me, he gained 35 pounds of muscle, and at the age of 20, can bench 315, squat 425, and deadlift 5 plates regularly. He did it because I taught him to believe in himself. When he grabs that bar, regardless of what anybody else thinks or says, he knows for a fucking fact that he can do it. If there's anybody on this fucking planet that can do it, he can do it. When he started picking up learning how to edit, when he started picking up learning how to draw, when he started picking up his 4th fucking language, he knows that he can fucking do it. If there's anybody on this planet that can do it, he can do it. You cannot tiptoe through this world and accomplish your life's dreams. You must believe in yourself. You cannot let anyone or anything stand in your way. That includes your own negative thought process. So one of the first fucking things that you're gonna have to do on your road to becoming one of the elite, to becoming one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world, is to commit murder. The first thing you're gonna have to murder is your own limited self and your limiting beliefs and everything about you that tells you that you have limits. That's the first thing that needs to fucking die, and you need to kill it with violent efficiency. The next thing that you're gonna have to kill is the people and the relationships around you. If your relationships are not providing you with the proper energy to propel you forward, you need to cut off all of those relationships. Anyone who doubts you in any shape, way, form, or fashion must fucking go. You must surround yourself with people who think and believe in you just as the same as you do. And you need to teach them to think and believe in themselves the same way that you believe in yourself. You absolutely must be moving as a unit towards one solid goal. After that, you have to kill every single fucking habit that is not propelling you forward. You like to play video games? Not gonna get you where you want. You like to watch TV? Not gonna get you where you want. Like to sleep in on Saturdays? Not gonna get you where you want. It doesn't matter what the habit is. If it doesn't align with your fucking overall passions, purpose, and goals, then you need to kill it. Every single one, until you are a finely crafted, well-honed weapon that is designed specifically to accomplish your goals. And as a group, you need to be a well-oiled machine that is gonna take you there. Anything short of that, anything short of everything that I just said, you could basically count on failing. 100%, I guarantee it. You do not become one of the elite by accident. You become one of the elite because you train and believe in yourself so highly that it is inevitable that you become elite.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Louisville, Kentucky, Mr. Cassius Marcellus Clay.